Namaste. So I have arranged a chair here. So in case during these kinds of illness, if you were on the bed for a long time lying down, you might want to just sit up for your practice, but not too much of a strain in the sitting. So I'm arranging an in-between position. So the bolster is kept against the chair. And I'm taking a Baddha Konasana. So instead of Supta, it's seated, but not really upright. So it's a little bit of a supine. And so this is the position. So I don't want any stress to the body. So even though this is something which can relax down in normal circumstances, I don't want the body to suspect that I'm going to do something intense, or so I'm just going to support, because right now the idea is to support the body as it fights the whatever infection. So this is a very rested position. And I just want to give length to these areas, to the abdomen, to the chest, to the throat. So this is the position. And I'm just going to be here for a while. So you arrange a similar position. The hands can be like this, or can be just rested down, whatever is deeply resting. So now eyes closed. So occasionally I'm going to press my upper back a little bit into the bolster to give a little bit of lift to that heart space, but again, nothing in excess. So just being here. Starting to connect to the sense of the support which this position is offering. And that itself, it is just beautiful. The heart is gently lifted due to the chair and the bolster. Just become aware of the sacrum and the tailbone. So the sacrum, the energy should not be aggressively rising up from the sacrum. You just relax. The tailbone, allow it to gently, softly relax to gravity. Just feel the forehead and the temples. Let them all relax. Let the eyes relax. Let the jaw relax. Scalp is soft. Occasionally, naturally, a deepened inhalation is happening. And that you can take as well. But when we are in this recovery mode, we are not deliberately reassigning a number denoting the length of the inhale or the exhale. So we just allow the body to just do. So if the body's intelligence is taking a deep breath, we just go with it. Just keep on relaxing. And now look at the kind of the way in which the infection is being known and is being responded to by the what's called the antakarana. So the inner faculties are called the mind and the discerning intellect, and an identity which keeps forming around the dominant experience of the moment. So the discerning intellect can watch, and through that, as this moment is being watched, this fatigue, which is the dominant experience, there is an unpleasantness in the way this fatigue is being noticed. So the Hankara, the identity maker with experience, identifies as I am weak, I am tired, and I don't like this. I would rather be, doing something a bit more effort-based, but I can't. So there is an unpleasantness here. And the practice is viewing this tiredness as something beautiful. This feeling of tiredness the body is creating so that I don't do anything which requires the different faculties of the body to focus on that. That I don't raise the heartbeat, that I don't raise the respiration, I don't increase muscular engagements. So that the immunity system of the body can really focus on the infection to fight that. So this fatigue is the way the body is telling me to rest while it fights. And this fatigue, I can respond to it with a feeling of priyam. Priyam means a soft liking, a respect. And I like this feeling in terms of I like what it implies. I like the thought behind the creation of this feeling. And then I ponder on what's termed as Ishvara, the organizing intelligence of all of this, the immunity system, and it's all put there and it has got its own dharma. Now slowly, I'm coming out of this position. And now I'll be taking a child pose. So softly you open the knees. And again, some kinds of infections, there might be a lot of body pain. So even child pose, and if the knees and all that have pain, you might have to just do with a knee hug supine. But for me right now, there is no pain as such. But I'm taking a very restful kind of child pose. I'm not trying to go down to my usual depth. So the props are arranged in such a way that there's a slight angle so that my face can rest. So it's just like that. So just angling the block so that there's no falls. I'm just going to rest here. So fully supported. So I'm just scanning the body for any kind of perhaps a pose I'm putting in. And if so, I will relax it. So right now I don't feel anything. So even the arms and everything is not bearing any weight. So just resting. Just observing the breath pattern. The inhalation, the expanding movement right now. You can sense it too, through the back ribs and the side ribs. So I feel that the pressure of the body is increasing on this breath and base arrangement. And so that the hip flexion is starting to just softly increase. And then it's just nice to just relax, to a little bit more of the breath. This puts a little bit of gently increased pressure into that lower abdomen and the pelvic areas. And that starts to gently push the blood from those areas towards the chest and the throat. And that sometimes eases. So as more blood starts to flow into the blood volume sensitive structures in this chest and throat area, they convey the message to the brain, and in response, the pressure is reduced due to just the dilation. As more blood is being sensed coming into the chest area, throat area, the brain slightly dilates the blood vessel, and it reduces the pressure. It's just a further easing. And just be here, connecting to this peace. So perhaps as you keep listening, a sense of inner vibrations that can be felt, and then it's just a nice thing to immerse your attention to. You can slowly come off this position, and we will softly do Janu Shishasana. So just feel a nice, the forward bend brings some kind of a cooling effect onto the face. So Janu Shishasana I'm just going to do it as restorative as possible, not looking at any kind of flexibility kind of idea. So I'm just going to use the chair. The right leg straightens and the left foot is pulled to the root. So, and then gently relaxing, step forward. And that's all. So sometimes in a normal class we'll be a bit focused on the rotation of the right leg a bit inward, and so all those things today, not really focusing on any of that. Just the overall template of the pose. So the head alone, I don't want it to drop too much. So this is the line of the head. In the way I can rest here with the forearms, this is the line of the spine. So just to not to let the head rest too much downward, just prop up something. So just using this for the time being. A soft touch of the forehead on the foam block, that also is just calming. So occasionally very softly, the right forearm or the elbow on the chair, I try to pull it a bit backward, backward direction. But the right elbow itself won't move, it's just an energy. So as I pull back with the right elbow, the left ribs turn slightly towards the right leg. And so that is a gentle twisting action. Every now and then I would be doing that. So if you feel that the pressure of the head on the block is increasing, you can just rest into the chair. Some of you might rest a bit deeper, but today I'm choosing not to. Again, immersing to the sense of that inner vibration. And Shishasana, personally, I like to sometimes simply remember some stories and just relax into it. The sage Janu, the descent of Ganges from the heavens to earth. She goes through different kinds of um, regulators. Shiva's hair, and then she also has to go through Sage Janu's ears. So Janu Shishasana, I just think of that, and so right now, just as I hear this inner kind of vibration, I connect to it like Ganges, this river of life, just flowing through these units of space and through these many units of time, it's flowing. And it's flowing down, and it's also flowing down from the mountains, from the Himalayas. In a way, for me, it is coming down from a mountain of past life karmas. From there, this river of life is just descending and flowing right now as these units. It's flowing later. It's flowing to the ocean. Just all these kind of things keep me relaxed, and otherwise the raga of the flexibility idea will come in, and such kind of directions of effort will take place. Just keeping free of such stuff. It's around 6 minutes now, so slowly coming out and very gently changing. So I'm just checking this morning, and yeah, it's just not in its natural. It's stopping around here, the pelvic rotation, and so I'm just giving it some support. It doesn't have to go any further. Just resting here. So here occasionally, if you would want to slightly grip back with the left forearm, that allows that spine to do that gentle twist towards the left leg. And I'm just going to rest back into sensing that inner kind of vibrations and connecting to the mystery, this descent of life into matter. So this body is alive, body is seemingly intelligent, but it is this aliveness which is permeating everything. And this aliveness is intelligence, is information. There is the Dharma Kshetra, which is the nature's different kinds of Dharma that is there in this aliveness. The Dharma to keep the heart beating, to keep the breath moving, all the functions is taken care of. But this aliveness also is a field of Kurukshetra, which I see as karma related. So it's also playing out the different karmas, yogic understanding, the previous karmas, the prarabdha karma, all that. So it's not just a shape we try to think into or go deep into. It's all these considerations, contemplations, that too. And slowly coming off the position. And now I'm just going to do another forward bend, Upavista Konasana. So again, I just want to do it very restorative, no pushing or trying to reach more. So for that, for the pelvis to very easily tip forward, maybe it is tipping forward a bit, but just want to be even more soft to the body. So I'm just going to use bolster to just put on so it can tip even more easier. I just happen to have another bolster here. So you can choose whatever way you want to enter this position. So softly hold. Just like that child pose, sometimes lightly angling the bolster will help that nose and face to have some space. The air pod just gets a bit dislodged. So remember, if the position creates anything like above, out of 1 to 10, above 4 kind of effort anywhere, just feel free to prop up more. I had planned to just rest on the chair, but just forgot that and just put the bolster. But because of the earlier postures, there's very little resistance here. So I'm choosing to stay here. So Upavista, Upavista means seated, as well as nice to look into this concept of Upa, which means near as well. So I would like to see this as what is nearest to me. So I can think of units of time. So sometimes our, the prefrontal cortex, and it starts to organize. Okay, later, would I be able to teach today's class? Whether should I put up a sequence? Who might come? Who might not? So these are all, it naturally starts to think of it. So right now, that is not what is nearest to me. That is like maybe 2 hours away. The nearest to me is these units of time. So just being with this upa, and then this body is there. More than body, the sensations of the body is nearer to me. So right now, the me I'm referring seems to be the receptacle of experiences. There seems to be the mind. What's nearest to me are this mind and its experiences. So I'm just relaxing, sitting on that, nothing else. Then I realize that I'm able to discern what is a bit far, what is near. So this discerning faculty seems to be even nearer. That's a buddhi. Just resting on the buddhi. Then what is this? It is observing even this buddhi. Can I rest into that? And you can slowly, you can come up. And now you can take, I'm just thinking of taking a gentle supported inversion. So this is a very relaxed pose. Anyone can do this, but just that if you haven't done this before or taught how to arrange the props, it'll be a little bit tricky. So only if you've done the chair shoulder stand before you do this. To arrange the chair a little bit away from the wall for me to have that space to swing the legs over. The bolster kind of arranged for the shoulders. Okay, so just sitting sideways and then gently swinging both legs up. The hip should be initially not too much back because then you'll feel like the chair falls. So the buttocks a little bit forward to start off. But as you come down, you need to quickly get the sacrum to that edge. Okay, so this is the position which is comfortable for me. And just resting. So the wall ensures that the feet, anytime I can make it slightly active, and if not, I can just relax. That sacrum area is oftentimes tricky in this pose for when you're starting out. Because if you're too much down, you feel like you'll slip down anytime. But if it's a little bit too much to the other side, you'll feel sometimes a little bit of strain in the way that chair and sacrum is, that sacrum lumbar area is contacting. So over time, you'll know how to fine tune, where to find your exact location where it's just comfortable. So just relaxing completely. So I'm just relaxing the arms as well. It's just nice to keep awareness by the throat. Sometimes I feel a dullness at the shoulders, and I just catch the chair back to create a little bit of a energy through the shoulders and side chest. But otherwise, my focus, I like to rest it at the throat space. I just contemplate on whatever knowledge I have to bring a bit more of a brightness to the awareness which is placed there. So awareness of the throat space, then the jnana deepti, the flame of knowledge, can be, okay, this is Vishuddhi chakra, throat energy center. So there is this energy center here, which is turning and keeping all the physiological organs, everything functioning. So if you wish, you can even mentally repeat the sound hum with each exhale or inhale. I'm just doing a gentle Konasana position here for no particular reason, but it's a bit more relaxed. This position is now starting to deepen my breath naturally. Can also be because the diaphragm, a little bit of extra effort is needed to push against the abdominal, the weight of the abdominal organs. So I can feel the diaphragm pushing a little bit more. So at this point, I'm not very sure whether that's something which the body is appreciating, whether that will tire the body more. Not sure. But that later I would know based on the sensations, and that will inform me as to what sequence I'll do tomorrow. But right now, the deeper breathing seems to be a really good feeling because it's not a deliberate deep breathing. So now I can sense softly a raga, a kama, which is to whether it's so many forward bends, so whether a halasana kind of shape will be nice. So this is a part of me doesn't want to do, but okay, this position is like a Vibrita Karani is just nice. So if you're doing with me, it's just like the legs came off and there is no particular stress here. It's just a nice position and maybe bending knees. Keep relaxing the forehead. So there has to be a little bit of effort if halasana or such position is done to again, it feels nice. So it's totally optional. If you're doing the sequence with me, you can stay in the earlier position and just be resting. This feels very restful for me, perhaps due to the long Upavista Kona and all that we did earlier. Slowly deciding to end this particular sequence. So softly sliding back and just resting. Completely immersing. Space field, the boundaries. So most likely, right now, with the eyes closed, as you try to feel the boundaries of the body, perhaps you don't see it so clearly. So for me, the friend of the body, I do, as I check, I do get some sensation at the chest and the belly because of the breathing movement. But that seems to be like something very low down in the space of my being. Just feel the space of this space field that I am extending kind of way up. Some memory-based ideas of there's a ceiling up there and all that. Again, that is also sense like there's also something in the space. No boundaries. So right now, that upward boundlessness is what this buddhi is feeling, and so I'm just relaxing into that. Sideways and downwards, I do not feel that boundlessness, but upward I feel an ananta and endlessness, and that's beautiful. I'm slowly ending this particular practice. You can softly stretch the arms back. Stretch the pelvis a bit forward, even as the shoulder blades and arms go the other way. And then if you are ending the session with me, you can tip to any side. Eventually, slowly coming out of the position.